Coach, first let me start by saying congratulations to you. You are this week's Crescent Construction Midlands Coach of the Week, and so well deserved. And this past Friday, you get the win over North Myrtle Beach, and let's call it what it was, dominant performance, 38-7. And if you would, talk about, you have said to me from day one of the preseason practice that your goal is for these kids to get better every day and every week and game by game, take each week as a season. And they've done exactly that, have they not? They've gotten better every single day.
And we have. It's coach talk, it's cliche-ish, whatever you want to call it. That's been our goal. When we started off, we weren't a very good football team, but we could see where we could be at the end, and we challenged our guys to get better. Literally every day we take the field, every week we want to be 1-0, and I know that's you hear that at every program, but you can honestly, if you go back and you watch us from week 1 until now, and in particularly the last 4 or 5 weeks, we've gotten back. We're about as healthy as we're going to be. Our defense has really made great strides. Offensively, we're starting to click on all cylinders, and it's just been one of those years where we've challenged them each week to get better, and we've seen that. The results are there.
I know that you believe in your kids. I know that you believe in your staff, but has this team exceeded, objectively, have they exceeded kind of what you thought their ceiling was, or are they just playing to their potential?
I think a little bit of both. There was a lot of question marks coming into the season. Kind of stumbled coming out the gates a little bit right there, so we had to revamp on how we wanted to do some things, sit down and adjust some things offensively and defensively. As far as personnel, getting some guys in the right positions and moving some guys around and cleaning up some blocking schemes offensively. So, that's what all coaches do. And I think we were able to do it this year as a staff and get the guys in the right spots. And, we knew the guys had the potential. We knew we had the athletes. Just didn't know what to expect off of what we lost off last year's team, how quick we could respond. But, they have busted their tails. I think they have exceeded a lot of people's expectations outside of our locker room. I think right now we're motoring along right where we want to be, in a storybook ending. We want to be playing next week, but we've had a great year and still planning on getting better next week.
Speaking of cliches, every coach talks about, we just want to be a team. You guys have a lot of talented individuals, but this is one team that's still playing that I think, as much as anybody out there, does not have the quote-unquote star players. You've got just a bunch of kids that are really, really good. All to say that the old cliche about being a team, you guys really are that, are you not?
I think so. From special teams to defense to backups, we tell our guys all the time that our starting quarterback and our fourth string holder carry the same weight inside these walls, and that's how we treat them, and that's how we live. And also our expectations for that fourth string holder and our starting quarterback are the same as well. And it's fun to watch these guys, whether it's in the locker room or out on the field during practice or during the game. It's a fun group to be around. I've seen them probably grow more as a team probably the last 7-8 weeks. Adversity, slapped us in the face early on, and our guys have responded.
As far as Hartsville, man, obviously when you get this deep in the playoffs, everybody's going to be good, and they're pretty dang good.
Oh, yeah. Coach Calabrese and his staff, they're always in it in December or late November in traditional years. But, we're getting a chance to go out and be on one of the biggest stages this week on Friday night and prove to the rest of the state what we're all about.
30 years since Chapin was in the Final Four of their classification. 42 years, I believe, since they advanced to the state championship game. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Those numbers. How special is it for you, and how proud are you to be a part of something here that has such a great fan base, that has such a great community support system going on? to be a part of something that has returned a program to these kind of heights that, again, it hasn't seen in 30 years.
That's right. Coach Woolbright set the tone back in the 70s, late 60s and early 70s here, and Coach Eddie Muldrow came through after that and was here for well over 20 years. And just to be able be mentioning those two guys in the same sentence with those two guys, for me is phenomenal. Now, I couldn't watch their old jock straps, with those guys, but just the whole town of Chapin, the whole community of Chapin, has been wonderful throughout my stay here. Well overdue. I'm happy for the kids. A lot of these kids' dads played here. Or have played in this area, so it's going to be special, not just for our guys, but a lot of those folks in the stands, being able to see some things that haven't been done here in a long time.
Got to ask you this: we're just over 24 hours from kickoff, a little bit more than that, but we're a day away from kickoff. Now, you've been around a little bit, but how excited are you inside to be in this position?
You can ask my wife. You might need to ask my wife that question. I've been asking her since Monday night, is it Friday yet? And, the dog's getting tired of me taking him for walks in the evening. And, my wife, ain't getting much out of me around the house this week. But, no, we're looking forward to it. We're excited to be in this situation. But, even more excited to see what tomorrow night's going to bring as far as next week goes.
And for those that follow Chapin football, they will understand this. For the other ones, they have to research it. The question is, has the cricket been eaten?
The cricket was eaten earlier in the week.
That's all we need to know. Coach, good luck tomorrow night. Look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you, Rich.